How's it going, everybody? Shockwave984 here. Today's going to be another entry for Horror Month, and this is going to be on some of our Scream Factory releases and Shudder originals. So with that, let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to start out with the Scream Factory editions. We do have a couple of others. I know one I've already shown, which was the Babadook. And I also got a couple others I'm going to show later. So first up we have the Collector's Edition. There's a lot of those that say that. Of Dawn of the Dead. This is the newer version, which was done by Zack Snyder. Really cool cover there. And here's the spine. And this is a 2-disc set, which is a lot of them are like that, where you have 2 disc. Here are the like some info right here. There's little story details, and here are some screenshots. And you get the so you get both versions. You get the theatrical and the unrated edition, so which is really good. There is like a regular Blu-ray edition of this that you can't find. I'm not sure how that one is, because I've heard that there's 2 of them. Like, one is not very good, and then the other one is more official. Like, it's much better quality-wise. All right, and then taking off the slick cover, and it is reversible. All right, so on the left, you have the R-rated theatrical version. On the right, you have the unrated edition, which is really cool. And pretty much all these, they have like the original, I think, poster artwork. And this is a picture that I'm used to seeing right here. That is awesome. Back is the same. Alright. Yeah, and this one is more of the, it's more like a remake, pretty much, of George A. Romero's original film, which is amazing. That is a really good movie. I still got to get that. I know that had a 4K edition come out a little while ago, I think. And yeah, but this one looks good. This is where you know, people's trapped in a mall and, you know, trying to survive. And this one, you know, unlike the original, these zombies are pretty much zombie or infected. They move really fast, so I think this is one of the ones that maybe not started that, but it was kind of like a big deal. So it makes it a little more like intense in a way. But even Romero's original film is still really good, because that's also pretty intense to watch as well. So yeah, this is a newer version. All right, and that should still be available. Yeah, I believe this is still in print. So that I got at Barnes & Noble along with this one, Carrie. We do have a regular DVD edition of this. And if they only knew she had the power. Yes, exactly. Here you see it looks like the school in the background. Looks like it's on fire. It's a really cool and creepy cover. As she's walking, there's the car that John Travolta drives. Yes, he's in this film. There's the spine, and here is the back. There's the story details, and then here are all the extras. So you get a lot of different ones. Same with Dawn of the Dead, the newer film. Yeah. Interviews, featurettes, deleted scenes, trailers, just a lot of extra stuff. That's what's really cool about these editions. Not just like quality, but you get a lot of cool extras. So, yeah. And even newer ones too, not just like original ones. Alright, so the feature film is on the left, and on the right, there's Travolta. You have the special features. Okay, and cover is reversible. You see right there. That is awesome. Alright, so there is Carrie. Put that back in its slip cover. Alright, next up we have Silent Night, Deadly Night. And this was a, he knows when you've been naughty. Yeah, this is a pretty, pretty well-known, I would say, a cult classic in its own right. This was a big deal when it came out. If you look up, like, history with this movie, I believe it came out the same time. It's either this one or the second one. I think it's part 2. Where it came out, I think, around the same time as A Nightmare on Elm Street. And it was actually beating it, apparently. I think at box office, but then it got pulled. I think it's either this one or the second one. Which is pretty interesting. But yeah, this one's very infamous. Here's all the extras and stuff. Once again, you get quite a bit. Bunch of new ones, commentaries and stuff. And, you know, there was a lot of protests and stuff with this. So it got pulled from theaters and stuff, and yeah, it was pretty big deal, you know, because the guy dresses as a Santa Claus and goes on a spree because of he's traumatized by something that happened to him as a kid. And this is the pretty cool poster, and there's a newer picture, which you do get, and it is right here. That is actually really cool. To the person or people who worked on that. That is cool. You've made it through Halloween. Now try and survive Christmas. Yeah. This was a really kind of a big thing. You know. Yeah. But the first one, you know, it's fine. You know, just popping in and, you know, just enjoy it for what it is. The second one has a very... the second one's even more kind of goofy in a way. Well, that uses a lot of footage from the first film. So, and then you have newer stuff along with it. You know, it has a famous line, Garbage Day, which is, you know... that's not this one, that's part 2. So maybe I'll pick that up one day. I think it's still available, but yeah. Silent Night, Deadly Night... excuse me. Silent Night, Deadly Night. Sorry about that. And that should still be available too, along with Carrie, Dawn of the Dead, and yeah. Alright, next up is a Steelbook Screen Factory release of Night of the Demons. This is a very nice, glossy cover here. There you see the house or the mansion that the teens pretty much go and party at, where all the stuff starts to happen. There is a regular release of this with a pretty cool slipcover. I have found it. But I really like the Steelbook edition of this. This came out, I can't remember if it was last year or maybe a couple of years ago now. It's a new 4K scan of the original uncut negative. See commentaries, interviews and stuff. Once again, a lot of nice features. And there was this one. There's one for The Thing. There was The Howling had one, and there was a bunch of them that got releases like this. You're invited to my party, Angela, as it's on fire. There's the famous lipstick that a certain character uses and makes disappear. All right. Where are you going? The party's just begun. Yeah, that's a famous line, I believe, that Angela says. And there's a disc. So I think this is the same one that's part of the regular edition. I think, yeah. All right, just the regular one with the like slick cover and stuff. All right, let's put that back on there. So Night of the Demons. There is like a newer movie that was I think it was straight to DVD. And stuff. I know it has, I think it's Shannon Elizabeth, I think. You have, Edward Furlong is in it, too. You know, John Connor from Terminator. Yeah. Pretty cool. Alright, this one, let's see. I want to say this is still available. You might have to go to maybe like the website. I think it's Shout Factory or Screen Factory. I can't remember if they're part of the same. I think it's the same site. So Shout Factory. I think you can still find this on there, but it has been out for quite a while now. I think the regular edition is still out there though. I think it's still in print. Alright, next up is Clive Barker's Nightbreed, the director's cut, A New Reason to Fear the Night. This is a pretty big film. This is the director's cut, Blu-ray DVD combo. Now, there is a big thing with this film is that there are many editions of it, well, different versions of it, because there's a lot of footage that did not get released in the regular theatrical version. A lot of stuff was cut out. There's things where Clive Barker had a lot of trouble. The trailers weren't done very well. He had a lot of problems with the studio with this. Like, I think they're fighting back and forth. And this adds 40 minutes of new footage. But there is apparently another version which is called the Cabal Cut, which is even longer. So, but that is sadly out of print. It's been out for a long time, and here's some of the creature effects. These designs are awesome. And you get a lot of interviews and stuff, featurettes. Really nice. And yeah, it's pretty interesting, the history of Nightbreed. And of course, Clive Barker, Hellraiser, really good. Which we do have. We have the first one and the second and third. All right. So here is the disc. So on the left you have the DVD. On the right you have the Blu-ray. And this is a picture which I think this is the original poster art for Nightbreed 2. Yeah. That is cool. Look at those designs. That is just incredible. The makeup work that went into this was just awesome. And I believe the Cabal, I think it's Cobal, I think, or Cabol. That did get sold, but it was very, very pricey. I think over 100, maybe $200. Maybe not, or maybe even higher. And then that sold out pretty quickly. So yeah, this is a version I have, but this works. This is fine. This I found at Barnes & Noble too, with its cover and stuff. So yeah, I think this is the more common release that you can get now. So hopefully one day, another version of the Cabal cut or a longer one will get re-released. Alright, so that does it for the Scream Factory releases. So now let's get into the Shudder Originals. So first up we have Yummy. Human flesh never tasted so good. So this is more like a, pretty much like zombie movie, except it's in a hospital. And this is, like this guy takes his, I think it's his wife or girlfriend, I think to get a procedure done, and he sees this this lady who is like chained up and in like a chair or something. Here is the story details. Yeah, it's his girlfriend come out of surgery, and the girl he sees is like terrified and stuff. So he pretty much lets her go, and turns out that was a mistake. And then all things start to fall apart in this hospital. And this was really good. Got some pretty good, practical effects and stuff. And yeah, Shudder, which is that's a streaming service. It's pretty much like a horror streaming service for like horror films and stuff. And I don't have it, but I have heard they have a lot of good films and stuff. So I wanted to check out a few. And yeah, I just have 3 so far. But a lot more of their movies are being released now. So, yeah. Shudder Original. Yummy. Next up we have Z Wants to Play. From the creators of Stillborn. That's another, I think, Shudder film that I haven't seen. So I think I want to Check that one out. Really cool covers on these. These are just straight Blu-ray. Not sure if there's like a DVD edition or anything like that. Story details. This one features a kid who has an imaginary friend named Z. And things start to happen to where, well, they put their kid on like medication and stuff, and then I think he starts to forget Z in a way, or he wants to be more like friends with them, and then, well, Z wants to play. So as it says, you just follow it from there. There's a disc. That looks really creepy, actually. Yeah. Yeah, this was another pretty interesting film. Pretty cool. Alright, and last up is Prevenge. This is a, has a real nice cover here. Brilliantly conceived. Yeah, get it. Killing for Two, certified fresh. This is another Shudder exclusive. So I believe you have exclusives and then you have originals. So yeah, I think you have different ones. And this is kind of like a, say like a dark comedy where, so you have this lady who is pregnant. And she starts hearing voices, pretty much. And you're wondering, wait, where are these voices coming from? Is that just her conscious or something? Is that, wait a minute, is this her kid that's talking to her, that's on board? And, you know, there's some things happening. And then, yeah, there's something with, you know, revenge, or in this case, Prevenge. And you just go from there, and it's actually pretty good. I thought this was pretty interesting. I did like the comedy in it. And I thought the lead actress did a really good job. I thought the cast was in general did pretty good. So there's a disc. Prevenge. Alright, so that does it for our Shudder movie collection that we have so far, and some more of our, or most of our Screen Factory releases, but there will be others I will be showing later on, eventually. Alright, so let's go ahead and display a bunch of these, or display all of them. Let's go like that. And put that there. And put that there. Okay. Scoot over a little bit. Alright, there they are. All look good together. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Yeah, this is a really nice set of movies. Definitely want to pick up more of the Screen Factory releases. I know this week, what is it, Friday the 13th, got a big release where all the films in the series are in one set. I think it's in an art box and stuff. Waiting to see what the quality is like for that. I gotta look up more on that, and maybe I might pick that up. But I think they might have those movies individually too, re-released. But yeah, Screen Factory, really nice covers and stuff. You can find them. Great editions, lots of cool extras, old and new. And then Shudder, pretty good, interesting movies. Definitely good to check out some more. They got a lot more releases out there. There's even more coming out that I saw listed. And yeah, definitely want to check out more of those. So feel free to let me know in the comment section below. Have you guys seen any of these? What do you guys think of Screen Factory and their releases? And what do you think of Shudder if you actually have that? Because I don't. Is it worth it? Feel free to let me know. You know, they have their originals and then exclusives. And yeah, so with that, I'll see you guys next time.